What's up, peeps? My Vapes here. Today we got an MTL RTA, yeah! This one here was sent to me by VandyVape. It's a version 3 of the Berserker. Remember, guys? Remember the Berserker, MTL, VapersMD? Anyway, they shortened the name. This one here is called the B3. Yeah, not vitamin B or anything like that, just the B3 MTL RTA. So, very unique airflow system. I love what they did with this RTA. So, let's go to the dive down. Let me show you guys everything about it. We'll come back, vape on it. Then I'll give you guys all my thoughts on the B3 MTL RTA. And here's the packaging, the B3 MTL RTA by VandyVape and VapersMD comes in. Inside the packaging you get a user manual, couple of coils, there are the stats. You get this tank extension, this baggie with extra pull screws, O-rings, tool, and so forth. Altogether you will get 3 drip tips, 3 airflow controllers over here, glass, and these are for with the extension piece. You could use these pieces here. Without the extension piece, you're using this, which is the top part there. And here is the B3, also known as the Berserker MTL RTA, 24 millimeter. The way you see it here will hold 2 mLs of e-liquid. With the extension and glass piece, it'll be around 5 mLs. The 510 drip tip. As you guys saw, you also get the other 2 drip tips, 3 drip tips in total. Quarter turn, open it up. There are your fill ports. On the bottom is going to be your airflow openings. You got one there and one there, and this is fixed. All right, so there is no airflow controlling from the outside. Airflow controller happens here. You pull this out, and you can see right there, it'll tell you this is a 1.2 millimeter opening here. You also get a 0.8, a 1.4, and a 2.0. Get to the build deck, you unscrew from the base, got some nice knurling there, and there's your build deck. Then you have this piece here which pops off. Stick your finger inside, you pop this off so you'll be able to build it. This is going to direct your liquid. See this opening here? Then you have this little notch, this piece that's sticking out there, which corresponds with this piece, so you know to line it up perfectly. Your cotton's going to be right inside here on this section here. There's your build deck. Uses Allen key screws, and that's the size for those screws. Both screws on here feel nice and beefy. Now, this is pretty cool the way that this did this. If you have a build in here, on the fly, you just pull this out. You don't even have to take your tank apart. You pull this out and you could swap airflows on this, which I think is pretty cool. I know a lot of people are probably not going to like that. They want to adjust from here, but it doesn't matter that you can't adjust from here, because whatever that opening is, that's what is the amount of air that's gonna hit your coil. Let's say you have this in here to 1.2, and then you have a different style airflow that has a lot of airflow coming in. That doesn't matter whether it's totally open or shut down. It's the amount of air that could pass through that hole there. So I like this system, the way he did this. This is actually pretty cool. And see, putting it in, and you're just gonna press, and there you go, it's sitting in place, and there is the piece right there. And obviously it won't, this here, if it's not in and you try to use it, it won't be able to make connection. So this has to be in order to use it, obviously. So if you wanted to have like more airflow, for example, it won't work. So you have to use the pins that they provide. And as you guys saw, the 2.0 is the biggest opening that is provided. Now to take this apart, you're gonna grab it there. You undo that. This glass does pop out. Then you grab your chimney section, screw that down, grab the bigger glass, pop that in, grab the base, screw that in, build deck, and top cap. And there you go. Now you've just increased the capacity on the tank. But for me, I'm going to use it in shorty mode. So let's put a build in here, or a coil. I'm going to use the one that they provided. Just going to pass that through. And you want it to line up right over the hole there. Got a coiling rod. I'm going to hold it right in place. Grab my tool and tighten it down. Get the other side. There we go. Now I'll get it nice and close. Snip those leads. And now we're going to get the hot spots out. And there you go, glowing from the inside out. All right, now we're going to add some cotton. Pull it in. Make sure you don't deform that coil. There we go. Looks good there. I'm going to cut it a little bit on the long side. Do that on the other side. And we'll save this cotton for Steve. He could re-wick his caliburn. Give it a slight little comb out. Pull away the stragglers. We'll add that in Steve's pile. And you're going to see you want to be able to stuff it right inside there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on first before I stuff it in. There we go. Push that down. Now, give it a fold right inside. Do the same thing on this side. Fold it right in. Reason I'm doing it like this, leaving a lot of cotton, that's a pretty big opening you see there. So you want to make sure you have your cotton situated here. You don't want this to flood and leak on you. So for this RTA, the more the better when it comes to cotton. And there you go. And now we'll just add some liquid on top just to get it started. And now I'll put it together. Screw that down. Fill it. And we are ready to vape it. And there you go. That was the B3 MTL RTA by VandyVape and Alex VapersMD. Let's go back up on top. Let's vape on it. And I'll give you guys my thoughts. And there you have it. That was the up close of the B3 MTL RTA. Alex VapersMD, VandyVape. Mike, your thoughts, pros and cons. Now, for cons for this, I have no clue what to complain about with this. There is one thing I can complain about for me. That's this drip tip. I really don't like this style MTL drip tips, but it's a 510. I have plenty. So I had to throw a complaint on there. And this complaint's going to be for those people that can't comprehend how airflow works. They're obviously going to be upset that they can't adjust the airflow from the outside. Where a true MTLer would know the airflow on the outside really doesn't matter. It's the airflow opening hitting the coil that matters. All right, so going into pros, we're going to talk about the airflow. I love what they did with the airflow. That's on the fly. Just to give you an example, right now I have the 1.2 in here. So, let's say you build the RTA and you're not satisfied with 1.2. Now you have to take apart and get in there and change. Don't have to with this. On the fly. Stick your fingers in there. Pull that out. I got the 1.4 here. Pop that in. There we go. Screw it down. Press the fire button. It's working. 19.5 watts. I have it on the new, this is the Thelema Solo, the DNA version. DNA 100C. Let's hit it. Beautiful. So, for me personally, when I do my MTL, I like 1.2 or 1.4. Anywhere there, I'm fine. That's why I'm demonstrating. I was testing it with the 1.2. Now I got the 1.4 in here. One more hit. It's a beautiful MTL. The airflow is just awesome on here. So definitely have to give it a pro for the airflow system, the ease of changing out your airflows, which is a big pro. Another pro is going to have to be, I kind of like the way it looks. The whole look of the tank, the metal tank with the glass on top. 2 mLs. For MTL, 2 mLs could last you. Yeah, but they give you the extension piece, the bigger glass. Look, they give you lots of extras there. You guys saw you have, what is it? The Ultim. You could do this style with the Ultim or the extension or the clear glass, this style or the bigger glass. And 3 drip tips. And 2 coils. You got a lot of stuff with this kit. Definitely a huge pro in value. Another pro is going to have to be the machining. Everything feels nice. Everything is great. The top fill on here. I love the knurling on here. Everything is beautiful on this RTA. And it vapes pretty good. Good job with this one here. Let's have one more vape before we give you my final thoughts. Nice. So, all in all, I have to say, I was always a big fan of the Berserker MTLs Remember the Berserker Mini? I love that RTA. This here has to be, out of all the Berserkers, the best one that they've made. The airflow on this, the flavor. I know people are like, Mike, you forgot the flavor. You're going to get some great flavor with this. Airflow with this. Value with all the stuff they give you. Pretty good. I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed with this RTA, Alex. You did a really good job with it. Vape's pretty good, man. And there you go. That was the B3 MTL RTA by VandyVape and Alex VapersMD. In the description below, no links to this. I can't. I'm not allowed. The good old YouTube policies. I will have links to me, my vapes, down below. As always. That's it. I'm done. Thank you. Remember, be safe and keep on vaping.